Alright, Gatos. As part of scouring the internet for drama and interesting content to bring to you, I found a rage bait video. And I'm not sure I'm ready for this rage bait. Because I feel like the root of the issue is much bigger than people are realizing it is. And misdirection is being used. But I want to bring it to your attention and see what you guys think. I want to see what you guys think, because while I see that this is rage bait for this creator, I also feel like that is just the tip of the iceberg of the issues that are happening. So, without further ado, Clown World on Twitter found a video on TikTok that popped off and caused a bunch of rage bait on Twitter.
Why is it that
so this
I have
is
to work 40 hours a
supposedly
week
yes
just so I
system.
can have a place to live? 40 hours a week makes me $2,000 a month, and
2K a month.
my rent is $1,660.
1660.
So I work 40 hours a week so I can have a 2-bedroom apartment and an extra $300 a month. Like, it doesn't cover my phone, internet, food, you know.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with 300 bucks?
Not only do I not have any extra money, but just working makes me so exhausted that I don't have time either.
Okay.
Like, I get off work at 5:30, come home, and I'm just so tired. I'm so tired that, like, anything that I need to do outside of work, I then just push off to, like, the weekends.
Yeah, that's what everybody does.
I'm just too tired to do this after work. I'll wait until Saturday. So then I end up with so much to do.
Do you need a 2-bedroom apartment if you live alone, though? True, Cheeseburger Cat.
So I have to do stuff on both Saturday and Sunday. So then I don't get a day off. I don't get a day to relax. I don't get to decompress. So it is really like working 7 days a week, constantly.
Yes.
And I don't want to do that anymore, right? Like, I don't care how poor and miserable I would have to be, but I literally can't have a place to live without this, you know? Like, I don't know what to do. I'm not made for this. I don't have the money, time, or
no one wants to do that,
to
but
enjoy
cope.
my life outside of work, and
salute.
I don't know what to do about it anymore, you know? I'm so tired.
So supposedly yes system made that video. Hold on, let's do math. We do math on this channel. Calculator. Now, did she say two? Oh yeah, she said it was $2,000 a month. She only makes $2,000 a month, but then she spends $1,660 divided by 2,000 on her rent. 83% of your income. Bam Chickadee! Welcome back. I was worried. I hadn't seen you in a while. I was worried you left me. 83% of your income just to your housing. Just to your housing? That... I agree with Cheesy Bread Cat. That does not seem like a really good model. You have a 2-bedroom apartment to yourself? Like, if you could... Like, I get it. With a roommate, maybe one room's bigger, so maybe you're not... Maybe with a roommate, like, you get the bigger room, so it's not exactly 50-50. But let's say you took 60% of the burden, or you carried 60% of the burden for the utilities and stuff. I didn't even think about the utilities and stuff. Like, I don't think this is financially viable. Like, she has to be living on credit. Because if she has cell phone, internet, energy, food, Also, 2,000 a month. What is that a year? 2,000 times 12, 24,000 a year. Yeah, girly, you are not in the income bracket to have a apartment by yourself. A roommate would be a wise idea. However,
Why is it that I have to work 40 hours a week just so I can have a place to live?
so historically, if she was in the 60s and 70s, like all her necessities would be met with like 50 to 60% of her income. Not 100%. Like she'd still have enough for savings and other stuff. So part of the issue is the housing crisis. Like there is literally not enough places to put humans in the US. And the EU was like, they've already been ahead of this curve for a long time. Not sure if 2K is take home before taxes. That is true. That is true. Apple, it could be her take home. But 500 a week is 12.50 an hour, which is around the minimum wage in most places. Yep, this definitely sounds like a minimum wage type of thing. But still, I think you humans are forgetting that the real villains are the ones that are not like you gotta get mad at your government for not expanding public housing. Like, even in the EU, this is a huge problem that there's flat out not enough housing for all the people. So that's why rents are skyrocketing. And of course, you know, the migration crisis that's going on has made it to where consuming of housing has gone up. And you'll have a family of migrants taking up a single home. And we're talking like 12, 18 people inside like a 2-bedroom house or something stupid. Like they're not living that great either because they're the ones taking below minimum wage to pick your fruit, to work your restaurant, kitchens, and doing your cleaning, your janitorial and sanatorial stuff for under the table monies. Like, I see this as the tip of the iceberg type of situation. But I hate that people are using this as rage bait. Like, people are like, I get
40
it.
hours a week?
She has some blame to take with her situation. Like, 83% of your income in this day and age is not a feasible percentage for your housing. And she already admitted to having a 2-bedroom place. Like maybe she's got a kid or something, and that's why she needs the second bedroom. And we don't know the situation, but I don't know. Videos like this I like to bring to the Gatos to see what you guys think. Like, I'm always torn because I see it as an outsider, as a cat. Like this cat sees that, man, you humans are giving all your money to the top 1% and the 0.0%, and it's getting bad. You guys are already paying twice as much as for anything that you did 5 years ago. Like, it's rough. I feel like there's a lot of talk about the issues, way more than there was in the 1980s when growing up, and it's got to be done down to everyone being able to make TikToks now. Yep. If you can get a partner, she can have half the expenses drugs. Yeah, that definitely would help. That would help. All the bills are too damn high. Exactly, Bam Chicky. Okay. They are too damn high right now. Because there's a lot of people who lived in cheap housing making minimum wage as long as I've been alive. It's true, it's just that it's not as available, and you guys are getting poorer and poorer, and the poverty class is growing. Meanwhile, prices are going up and going up. Feels like a boiling pot. It does feel like a boiling pot. Like, how far into it are we going to be until it boils over? Like, this is why I enjoy interviewing other streamers from other countries. So, Vicky Vixen, which will be uh, interviewing later in the month, she's from South Africa. Economically, South Africa is way worse off than the US right now. And their infrastructure is crumbling. We had to schedule the interview around load shed. Like, their utility literally is not built up enough to be able to handle the electrical load of the South African population. So what they do is they strategically turn people's power out. So it's like, hurry up, cool your house down, do everything you need to do, because you're going to be out of power for like 6 to 8 hours or something. And I feel like the US is like not that far off. Like, it doesn't have to reach that boiling point for you guys to do something. I don't know. I'm just a cat. When I was younger, I always was there, and the only time you'd hear about it was teachers saying, don't be like these people, stay in school, you don't want to do drugs. That is true. But now, there's people working full-time jobs and still sleeping in tents and RVs and trying to figure creative ways to do housing. Like, it's pretty crazy. In my opinion. So, I don't know. I saw this rage bait. I wanted your guys' opinions on it. A lot of people in these comments were going savage on this girl. They were going savage on this girl. But I feel for her. Like, I do feel for her because I feel like a lot of you humans do the same thing where you are working all the freaking time and don't feel like you're making it anywhere financially. Living down by the river is now hipster dream. True. Bad chickadee. Ooh, that's true. There used to be the town creeper. That is true. That was the town creeper. So I don't know if you guys are aware of the old SNL script, but Chris Farley played a SNL skit where he was talking about how you don't want to be him. You want to stay in school and do well, otherwise you'll be poor, living in a van down by the river. And now you have influencers on TikTok showing off how they've, because it's too expensive, retrofitted their travel van to make comfortable accommodations to live down by the river. And you can too. They'll show you how. Just like, subscribe, and comment. As this cat is saying the exact same thing. That's right. After this video, like, subscribe, comment, please, please, please. Alright. So, alright, gatos. Thanks for looking at this rage bait with me. I love hearing what you guys have to think, so